Hey, this is Kevin David Rail, Chief Fitness Advisor for Wild Warrior Nutrition. And today I'm going to be talking about 5 tips to keep you fit and healthy while you travel. We're right in the midst of vacations right now and travel time with family and friends and business and everything else, okay? The last thing you want to do is blow your diet and get out of shape when you're on vacation. And it can be achieved if you're gone for 7 days, 10 days, 15 days, it doesn't matter. Tip number 1 is this. Stop for a movement break every 2 to 3 hours if you're behind the wheel of a car. If you're traveling and you're flying, you can do a lot of movement breaks when you're sitting in a terminal. Instead of sitting around reading a book, get up and do walks while you're waiting an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Do some push-ups, do some exercises while you're in the terminal. If anybody looks at you funny, they're just going to be wishing that they're doing what you're doing. So make sure to do movement breaks. Every time you stop for gas, there's usually a yard or some kind of space at any rest stop that you can go and do some calisthenic exercises in. So always do movement breaks, number 1. Number 2, execute some form of fasting into your daily routine, even if it's 14 to 16 hours. Shrink your eating window down to about 6 to 9 hours every single day while you're traveling, while you're driving, or even if you're in an airplane as well. Then you can avoid all that cruddy food on the airplanes anyway, because it's not good for you. And when you're traveling, it's really easy to regulate when you eat and how much you eat, okay? So if you do a little time restriction right there, you're gonna have less time to eat and you're gonna be able to reduce the risk of putting on pounds, okay? That's tip number 2. Tip number 3, plan ahead. Where are you going on vacation? See what kind of gyms they have. See what kind of outdoor activities they have. Maybe you're going on a vacation where there's hiking and biking and swimming right there. Maybe you're going to the beach. The beach is a perfect location to do all kinds of exercise and workouts on the beach. Walk the beach. Walk to your restaurants. Walk to your shopping places. If you do overeat, at least stay physically active every single day. Try to get at least 30 minutes of exercise every single day when you're traveling, okay? That is quintessential. Next tip is this. Always bring some tools with you to work out with. Sliding discs, gliding discs, they're also known as. You can fit them in briefcases, you can fit them in backpacks, you can do pretty much anything you want with them. They're very easy to bring with you. Resistance bands, resistance tubing, the loops that go around your ankles. All these things can be easily packed into a backpack, into a briefcase, into a suitcase. It doesn't really matter. Take them with you, and when you stop at rest breaks, use them. If it's raining, get under shelter. At one of those, areas where you can just use urinal or whatever, there's always an overhead in there. Do a 10-minute workout to refresh yourself. Then get behind the wheel and start driving again. You always want to be able to reset the shoulders and reset the body. You don't want to sit for too long, okay? Remember, that's 2 to 3 hour window of time that you don't want to sit for longer than that, because then you're going to refresh every single thing from your head to your toes, all right? And the final tip is this, and that is when you get to your location, make sure that you eliminate as much of the late night eating and junk food eating as possible. Now, I understand you're probably going to go out to dinner every single night. You're probably going to be with friends and family members, and people are going to be dragging out at 10 o'clock at night. So instead of eating late at night, try to eat as early as you can in the evening. Even if it's like 9 o'clock, that's still better than 10 or 11 or 12. Shut it down at 9 and be absolutely honest with all of your company that you're with, that you're finishing up at this time and that's it, end of story. Because you have to weigh your options. What's more important to you? Eating late at night, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock every single night, drinking and eating like high calorie foods and putting yourself into threat and gaining 10 pounds and feeling miserable when you come back? Or is your health number 1 priority? You just made all this progress, you got into shape, and then all of a sudden you go on vacation and blow everything. You don't want to do that, okay? So draw a hard line with yourself and do whatever it takes to stop. And if you get past that 9 o'clock mark and people are still drinking and they want you to drink, opt for sparkling water or opt for a calorie-free soda like Zevia, which I really like. 0 calories, still tastes great. You can sip it, you can put it in a glass and make it look like it's wine or sparkling wine or something like that, and no one's going to judge you for it, okay? So try to finish as early as you can every single night, and time-restricted eating, don't eat too many meals. 2 meals, 3 meals maximum for the day, okay? So there's some travel tips for you. This is Kevin David Rail, Chief Fitness Advisor for Wild Warrior Nutrition. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and good luck on the road. Till next time.